All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Three Rivers Rundown Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 9. Guys, how we doing? How's the weekend?
Doing all right. Weekend was a little too quick for my liking, but
Joe took all my money this weekend. Played poker on Friday, took all my money.
Just a
Go ahead,
couple
Joe.
dollars.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I think he became what? You were first place, Joe, and then Sal was second, I believe.
I took first in the first game. Sal won the second game. Yeah,
I was out first both games, just
Yeah.
so everybody knows that.
It's
Literally
how it
first
always
both
goes.
games.
He gets too impatient and he just
It's not true. I had to buy this liquid ant bait for my desk because I found some ants crawling on my desk the
Nice.
other day, so I had to make sure I get some traps,
there you go.
But other than that, it's been a great weekend, man. It's been a great weekend.
Well, I do want to say some quick housekeeping. If you're watching this episode, it came out later than usual. We usually record on the weekend, and we all had prior things to where we couldn't do it Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So we're recording this on April 15th on a Tuesday. I hope everyone got their taxes done last day
Good call.
or file for an extension.
That's what I did.
There you go. But guys, let's just kick it right off into it. This is the second to last podcast before the NFL draft, and we still have 14 teams to go. So this week we will be doing 7 teams. We are going to do 3 right now. We'll talk a little, hang out, and then we'll do 4 later in the draft. But this might be my favorite podcast we're doing because, guys, we
Tell
got
him,
the
Steph.
Steelers this week.
Tell him, Steph.
We got
Tell
them.
him, Steph.
Come on.
We got him.
Thank you
I
for
got
that, Steph.
Every time we go to see who the Steelers take, it's our turn to decide.
Listen, we are gonna crush this Steelers draft. I already know it. I do
Yes.
29 of these a day.
Shador Sanders, here we go.
No.
So we got Buccaneers at 19, we got Denver at 20, and we got Steelers at 21. Joe, 3 rounds fast. Kick it off.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Joe, for doing that.
Thank all you guys. Thank all our viewers as well. Appreciate you guys being here with us.
And
All
then
right.
real
We skip
quick,
all trades.
yes, for Tampa Bay, NFL.com, it says their top needs are linebacker, corner, and O-line.
Linebacker, corner, O-line.
And might I say, I do, because I'm noticing this right now with the Browns taking them at 18. I've noticed in a lot of drafts, McMillan's falling. I thought he was early first round guy, and now I'm seeing him even 18. This is one of the earlier ones I've seen him. I've been seeing him go mid-20s.
You're right, Steph. He is falling, but I just think other people are rising.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just noticing too that Cleveland has 2 first-round picks. Did we do them already?
No, I think this was a trade. That blue circle means it was a trade. So this draft.
My bad.
Correct.
Didn't notice that.
Well, I like Mike Green a lot. I think he's going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's a stud.
That bad man from Alabama sticking out to me though. To boost that offensive lineup.
Tyler Booker,
Mm-hmm.
Josh Simmons, Gray Zabel. This dude is supposed to be pretty impressive.
You wanted him on the Steelers, didn't you, at one point?
Maybe at guard, but he's going way too soon.
Yeah.
This was early on, like Senior Bowl. Yeah, I mean,
I'm good with Booker.
okay.
O-line's a top 3 need for him.
Beef up the O-line. Why not?
All right. Going to
All right.
Denver. NFL.com says running back, wide receiver, corner, tight end, D-line.
Okay. Well,
There's a
I'm
tight end.
yeah, I know. I think this dude's a freak. Without Tyler Warren, what's this even say?
I think I saw
It's
they
right
said
in the
that
thick
he's
of
the most NFL ready. Warren's obviously has the best talent, but most NFL ready. I believe it was Loveland.
Hell yeah.
So.
All right. I'm cool with going Loveland there.
Yeah.
All right.
And the good old Pittsburgh Steelers. Quarterback, running back, D-line, wide receiver, O-line.
So if it were me doing this draft right now, I would be trading out of this pick.
Wow.
That's just me.
I agree. I was actually talking to my dad, and I want your guys' input on this Because
shocked
Joe,
by
another
this.
thing, look at who went number 13. He's rising up boards now.
Yeah,
He
for
was like
sure.
a second, third round pick when we first started doing these.
Yeah, he's a freak. No,
So-
he wasn't that long. He's always been a first round, Steph. He was
Are
just
you
late.
guys
He was
saying
late.
just trade like that pick, like and get out of the first round, or trade down in the first round?
I would say trade down.
Trade
personally.
down, but like honestly, I think the best spot for us to be picking is around like right here. Like
Okay,
28 to like 30.
One
we
thing
should
I
have looked at
will-
a trade that was offered then.
I want to
We're
ask
not
you guys-
taking any
yeah.
trades.
I want to ask you guys this because I don't think this could happen, but my dad, when we were talking about this, what we would do, he was saying that he would like the Steelers to trade down to like the Rams pick at 26. And he said they should give us their first round pick in a swap and also their second. And I said, I think that's entirely too much.
That's too much. But
that's what I thought. But I didn't know. That's why I just want to ask you guys, what did you think?
I think that's
I
too
would
much.
say not a second. I could
I could see
maybe
a third.
think of like
We
I
could
would
probably
think like
see what the-
like the next year's third, which I kind of like. My rule of thumb on that type of stuff is like if it's a year away pick, it's say it's a third round pick, it would count more as like a fourth round pick this year. I feel like
Yeah.
you don't really know what that's going to bring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am in favor of trading down unless like all of the D tackles are gone. So I mean I personally think we're going to go D tackle. 3 D tackles that I really like that could be taken here is Nolan, Grant, or Alexander. I think he's way too low. I think he could potentially go in the first round. I don't think I would take him at 21 though.
Joe, can I see the corners real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to see who's there. Oh, I like that Revel dude though.
Yeah.
That dude can play ball.
Yeah, he's good. East Carolina guy.
Steph, what do you think?
Me personally, with what I'm seeing on the board right now, I would say go after a wide receiver.
Wow. Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see. Well, let me see the wide receivers real quick.
So
Mecca-
my pick would be, we don't have to take him right now, but my pick would be Walter Nolan, D tackle out of Ole Miss. He's a stud.
I just want to see wide receivers. I mean, I think Abuka or Burden.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
mind that.
does that make me the tiebreaker?
Yeah, but you could also have a different opinion.
Here's the thing though.
Strauss.
I think we need, like, I don't think wide receiver is a first round need, even a second round need at this point. I mean, we have Pickens and DK.
So my thought process behind that is I think you get a first round wide receiver and then you can move George to get into the second round. That's why
We're not going to trade Pickens though.
I don't think we are either. We're not
happen.
going not this year. We're not trading him. We're going to keep him one more year for sure.
Well, if you keep him one more year, he's not on contract and he's a free agent.
Yeah, no, I get
We
that,
won't
but I
pick
think
up his option. I don't think
You
that's
can't-
a bad thing.
You can't pick up his option. He was a second round pick. He has no option.
That's true. Yeah, he's the 30th.
So that's what I'm saying. You either give him a contract, you franchise tag him where he'll probably sit out. And so it's pretty much you trade him or this is his last year with us. That's how I'm looking at it. Because I don't see the Steelers paying him $30 million.
I do agree, but I don't think the Steelers are fully set on just letting him walk after next year. I think they may try and do something, but I mean, who knows? But
I think with Rodgers coming in, we're going to give Pickens and Metcalf a shot with him. I just see Pickens.
Yeah.
Now he might get traded mid-year. I don't know, but we're not trading him during this draft.
I
Yeah.
can even see maybe it's like a franchise tag signing and then move him to a team that gives him a contract or something like that.
yeah,
You guys don't like that Revel dude at all? I'm just curious. Like
I do. I just think there's better players available.
Let's take Mr. Nolan then. I'm okay with Mr. Nolan.
Yeah. I'm not hard sold on the first round wide receiver, so I'm good.
Can I tell you guys one thing that I've done a couple
me,
times
Gonzalez.
this week?
Tell me.
With my drafts, I traded back with the Eagles and got to the 32nd pick. I also acquired like the 64th and then another later round pick, but I picked Hampton at 32, which is interesting. Very interesting to me.
I have a guy that I want to push hard for in the third round.
I like it, Steph.
All right.
I'm
So
good with
are we
Nolan,
good
too.
on Nolan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Nolan.
Win the game in the trenches. I always say that. Win the game in the trenches, okay?
That's right.
Yep.
All right. We got Denver back up again.
And we took
tight end Colston Loveland.
Running back, wide receiver, corner, D-line.
Jalen Noel.
He's a beast.
D-line, Tyleek Williams.
Or the Florida State corner. They have 2 picks coming up right here. Or wait, no, that's Seahawks. My bad. I was looking at Seahawks.
Can't be doing that to me.
That's all.
I'm cool.
Honestly.
I'm cool with either guy, Thomas or Noel.
Yep, doesn't matter to me. I think either way they be sitting good.
Who was your pick, Joe? Noel, right?
I just threw it out there. I'm not.
You know what? Go Noel. Since they already have Surtain. Help them more on the offensive side of the ball. Get Bo Nix another weapon.
2 Iowa State receivers right here: Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins.
They were good last year, man. They were a top 10 team, I think, going into the bowl game.
The Seahawks.
Dude, they were as high as like 6, I think, at one point.
Then Mr. Scatabo took over and ruined their chances of going to the playoff.
You know what? Take Thomas here for the Buccaneers. Corner is one of their top needs.
I like it.
I like it.
Wow, that's a long gap, man.
Wow. He won't fall. This is not going to happen. I promise everybody.
So just hear me out. I don't even know if he's available, but can you go check out running backs? Number 108.
Oh, he's the fast dude, right, Steph?
Stud.
He's the guy that ran the fastest as a running back, right?
Yeah.
I think he ran a 4.32. He's a one-cut guy. He ran the most zone runs in college football last year, and the Steelers ran the second most zone runs in the NFL last year. Not only that, in 2 stats, he was second in college football, and that was in the 95th percentile in the past 10 years for running backs in the draft. And that was in forced missed tackles. He was second in this draft, only behind Genty, and then second in yards after contact, second to only Genty.
Do you know what else he was first in for sure this past year and maybe the year before?
What?
Fumbles.
Oh,
that's perfectly fine with me. I want a home run hitter on our team.
Okay.
He's not good. Here's how I look at it. With Virginia Tech, he was their premier back. He was the guy. He doesn't got to do that with us. We're going to have a 50-50 split. I don't care who we get in this draft. Jalen Warren is going to be heavily involved in this offense still. So,
Joe, can you do me a favor, Joe?
What?
Can you go to the quarterback position real quick?
Ooh. Tyler Shuck.
Dang it, man. Where's Milrow?
You did not think he was going to fall to here.
Hey, man, you never know how these drafts work out. Look at Lamar Jackson a couple years ago. He went 32.
Milrow was probably early third.
Early second.
I'm saying early third.
He can go anywhere between that, though. That's what I mean.
This is the only reason why I say that is whoever we just picked for last, Jackson Dart was drafted by Seattle in like the middle of the second. So no way Milrow's before Dart. So I'm thinking half round later.
This is a tough one, man.
I'll give you guys my 2 picks. Obviously, he would definitely be my pick.
We'll not take another D tackle.
No, I'm just saying he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
So my pick would be either Tyler Shuck or Dorian Strong, corner or a.
Steph, what do you think? And talk to me. What's your 2 guys?
I'm biased. I love running backs. I want to see a good running back in Pittsburgh, so I'm going either the VTech running back or Scatabo.
Okay, so both running backs your picks?
Yeah, but not the Kansas State guy.
All right. I say we take the VTech guy.
Mr. Tootin, Rootin' Tootin, they call him.
I like it. Get loose, Steph. Get loose.
I'm watching his film too, and I loved his vision. All
right, back to Tampa Bay.
Who all did we get for him so far?
We got a corner and a lineman.
I think you got to give them that linebacker they're needing. They need a linebacker or a corner. And I think you give them that linebacker.
Demetrius
Linebacker
Knight,
would be a little bit of a reach, yeah. But
I still think.
So Levante David, did he sign back with them?
Yeah, but he's
old, right?
Yeah. That's you get a guy to play with Levante David, learn a little, be their number 2. David maybe has a season or 2 left.
And Steph, what about Devin White? Is that his
He's
name,
gone.
Devin White?
he was in Philly last year or something.
He's gone for sure, though.
Dude, he was gone last year.
I think.
Pretty
much.
Devin White did.
Yeah, that sounds right, actually.
He didn't play for him last year.
Are we going night?
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
And then Denver, who'd all we get for them already?
We got Loveland, Noel.
I like Scadabo. I like Scadabo here.
Running back is a big need for them. On NFL,
Should they go 3 offensive players first 3 rounds?
Their defense was what, top 5 last year, right?
Yeah. I mean, help out that young stud quarterback you got. I wouldn't mind.
Give him some weapons.
I wouldn't mind a Scadabo. The only thing is, does Scadabo really fit a Sean Payton offense? I feel like he's better with the scat running backs.
Kind of like a.
He's sneaky a little bit, though, man. He's sneaky. You guys can pick. That was just my throw out there. I love Scadabo. I hope he's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Dude, I do too. I love the way he plays. The only thing I don't like about him for Pittsburgh is I think the biggest thing we need at running back right now is a guy who could take it. And I don't think Scadabo's that guy. I think Scadabo,
100%.
like he can break off some runs, but like he's not gonna like burn a corner and bust what could be a 25-yard run into a 70-yard touchdown.
I agree with you, Steph. But what about, you don't think Warren's got that? Like Warren, we never really seen Warren as that number 1 guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think Warren's quick, but I don't see him as like one-on-one with a corner burning a corner. I see him more of like it's his agility and he'll find like a hole or make a cut and then like he can take one, but it's not from outrunning guys. It's from just making a great cut and then going. Like I would look at Warren as he's quick. He's not fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And maybe that's just kind of selfish. Is I just want to see a running back take some. Like nothing was better than back in the day, Willie Parker, 70+ yard touchdown run in the Super Bowl. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
for sure.
I miss that shit.
Yeah,
me too.
We haven't had a running back like a burner since probably Willie. Like a good running
I will
back
admit, though, man, I love Najee. I did. He obviously didn't have that next level of speed, but he ran so hard every play. Yeah. So
I wouldn't say that.
He ran hard, man.
When he did run hard, he was a mean MFer. But I also think for his size, he tried dancing way too much, and that's what I didn't like about his game.
Yeah,
he tried to be like that Warren where he would make a cut and then get in the open field and make a big run. When Najee should just stiff arm or lower your shoulder, and Herta did.
Tried to be like Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Similar sizes, but Le'Veon Bell is just way faster.
I don't think we'll ever see a running back that plays football like Le'Veon Bell did. That was just insane, the amount of patience he had.
Yeah, he was wild.
He said in like an interview.
Hold on, who we taking?
I never ran full speed. I mean, you're just showing us these guys. Who did we say for Denver just now? They need Scadabo. Yeah, give him Scadabo.
Is that a good pick though?
What about Ollie Gordon?
No,
he's similar to Scadabo.
Ollie Gordon's a big reach.
Neither of them are very fast.
Scadabo, look, he's ranked 91 and they're at pick 85, so it's not really that much of a reach. They need a running back. I think he's the best available.
But I'm talking about like fit and everything too. Like we know at least, like look at Alvin Kamara was a star in Sean Payton's offense.
True,
nothing like that.
But Mark Ingram was also a star there.
He was a nice additional piece.
Before Kamara even got there, Mark Ingram.
Yeah, but
that Giddens dude's fast, right?
Not sure. I don't know his times.
Then give him Giddens, whatever you say. Give him the best available. If we can't decide on Scatabo, Martinez, Gordon, or Sampson, just go Giddens.
I mean, we could go Scatabo.
Send it.
Much. All right.
We got Denver some weapons, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did.
Denver's got some weapons now.
I'll tell you what, Bo Nix would be thanking us.
Mm-hmm.
He would be.
He'd love this draft. Get him on the pod.
Tyler Warren to the Jets at 7.
Interesting.
I will say in a lot of mock drafts I've been seeing, it has Genty going 6 to the Raiders and then Hampton going 12 to the Cowboys.
Really?
We'll say yes.
I haven't
Dude,
seen
Genty
Hampton going early.
That is such a Dallas Cowboy pick, right there. I love Genty, but they love the the flashy,
Well, not even that. Did you guys watch the podcast where Gruden interviewed him?
Who? Genty?
Genty. Yeah. So Gruden interviewed him, and he was kind of acting like he was a coach doing interviews. I think it was during like the combine time and everything. And he asked him, he goes, all right. And he goes, now, if there's like one team in the NFL that you wanted to go and play for, who would it be? And he's from Texas, and he said he'd love to be a Cowboy. That would be like his favorite team to play for. So that would just be a perfect fit. It's a Cowboy pick. Go get the number 1 running back in a draft class. That guy wants to be there. So,
do you guys think there's any chance that Will Johnson slides at all to 21? Obviously, to us.
No.
I've seen it a couple times, but I doubt it. No.
Man, would that be a nice pick, though, huh?
In my opinion, he's definitely like above Barron.
Yeah.
And I mean, him and Barron are probably going to be the only 2 corners taken, but maybe Revel.
I was with someone that saw Joey Porter recently working out with him, and they told me that he looks absolutely shredded this year. Like, he gained a bunch of like muscle weight. Like, he looks like bulked up. Mm-hmm.
Good.
I like that.
You need it.
Like, he's been working out first and, the workout or whatever.
And another thing before we move on, maybe, I guess this will go into the segment where post draft we'll talk before our next draft is I was watching the Mel Kiper, who he all predicted for his first rounds, and he did have Shadur going at 9 to the Saints. Well, I forget what the other guy's name was, but it's like they're all talking to NFL insiders. And the one thing I found interesting, and it makes me think, like, he said this for a reason. He said, I just want to prepare America for the idea that Shadur isn't the second quarterback taken in this draft. Obviously, Cam Ward won. Titans is almost a shoe-in. But because he said that, I can see him having some kind of insider information of, like, if he thinks Shadur's falling all the way to 9 to the Saints, and then he's saying, oh, he might not be the second quarterback, it would be dark there. And then go to the first round, Joe. How many quarterbacks are then, or how many teams would draft a quarterback between 9 and 21?
0.
And somebody please take your phone off your desk.
That ain't me.
That's Joe.
100% not me.
It's totally me. I was watching the Bucco game. We're down 1-0.
I mean, hey, it's possible that the Cowboys trade Dak.
To who? They ain't trading Dak.
Never know.
They ain't trading him.
Maybe
Maybe Colts.
Colts,
Maybe Colts.
Yeah.
I think Richardson will have one more year there, at least.
Wait,
maybe Browns, but I doubt it.
Browns trade with to get out of 2?
Well, that was a trade, Joe, remember?
Yeah.
That's true.
They just got freaking Sam Darnold.
Oh, they gave up 33, so they still had their second pick. Wow.
Yeah, but you can't really base it.
Imagine Hunter and McMillan in the same draft.
Yeah. I'd be a little worried. Even though it's Cleveland, I'd still be a little worried about that a little bit.
I think you're getting the best receiver in a draft. and the
Which
best
one?
corner.
Which receiver are we talking about?
It don't matter.
That's true.
Honestly,
That's true.
I think Hunter, he's going to be a corner with wide receiver packages. I don't see him being a full-time starter both ways. But something just came out that
I saw. I know what you're
on
going
my
to
way
say.
home. Yeah, Travis Hunter said if the team that drafts him doesn't let him play both ways, he's going to retire. It's like,
yeah, dude, he wants to play both ways. Though. I
could drive his
it.
draft stock down.
He ain't going down.
Maybe
he's going to.
Yeah, but what if he fell all the way to 21? I mean, what do we?
Oh
do?
my goodness, bro!
Listen,
he's playing both
honestly,
ways.
It's honestly like kind of dumb though, like for someone to play both ways because they're not going to get paid both ways. Like that's a total liability.
I don't know about that, Joe. I mean, he'll get more money though. Like regardless, he'll get more money.
He'll get a little bit more, but like the teams aren't going to want to pay him like as much as a double salary or like something.
Depends how good he is, though. It depends how good he is. Like if he comes out and he's a superstar at both ends of the,
Still, it doesn't matter how good he is. It's total liability. Total liability. What if he gets
I
hurt?
think he was the best corner and receiver
both
last
sides
year.
of the
So
ball.
what's that tell you?
What's that?
I think he was the best receiver and corner last year in college football. I do. Both positions.
Tells me he's
number one.
Super talented, super athletic, but he's got to pick one, overall.
That's why
he has to focus on one.
I think personally, it's a lot easier to be a defender that plays has offensive plays than it is to be a wide receiver that has defensive plays. So that's why I can see him being he is their corner. And then in certain scenarios, they're like, all right, we have certain plays designed with him in that will put him in. So maybe every drive he might get a play or two on offense, but he's not out there every play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that Barron dude from Cincy or the 17th pick right there from Texas, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him at all. I wouldn't mind him at all.
Me too. I've mocked him to the Steelers.
I would say if he would have fell to the Steelers, I would have said I wanted him more than Walter Nolan.
Me too.
Yeah, I like Barron.
But all right, guys.
Hey, by the way, Milrow, second pick of the second round.
Before Dart.
Yep.
First start at
See, this is a little. I don't know about that.
I just told you an expert said Dart could be the second quarterback taken off the board.
Yeah.
Here we have.
Yeah, but you know what? This is the time of the year where everyone's sending smoke signals, and you never know what's true. People like that analyst or reporter, he might really believe that because he got that information, but teams are kind of grimy. They're going to put stuff out there to mess with other teams and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing he said is look at last year, Penix going to the Falcons, and there was whispers about that, but everyone's like, no, that won't happen. And sure enough.
Hey, some of them are true. That's the thing. You have to take each one with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, something I see that absolutely terrifies me is pick number 95. That would be a scary combo.
Elijah Arroyo, whatever.
He's the most not electric, athletic tight end in this draft class, and you have a few years to learn behind Travis Kelce. I'm sold. I think he's going to be really good in the NFL. And you put him on a team that utilizes their tight ends. I mean, freaking Noah Gray had a good season this year.
I'm not worried about Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should be worried.
I'm not worried about him.
Not us, at least. Maybe the NFC West or AFC West rather. But this is interesting. This would be a great pick, but he's not falling that far.
Man, that's a good draft for Cleveland, man. They got a lot of good pieces.
Sure was.
But all right, guys, let's just go over. I don't think there was much, but let's just talk about some NFL news.
Yeah, what do we got?
Talk about the McAfee Show on
Oh yeah,
Monday.
dude.
Yeah, but real quick, I just want a moment of silence.
Ugh. Dang it, Steph.
Former NFL tight end Don Hasselbeck, father of QBs Matt and Tim, dies at the age of 70.
Why you gotta do that right now, man? We don't make it all sad in here.
Just give him a moment of silence for
I
him.
get it.
He deserves a moment, but
and also Kyron Lacey.
And
if we're in this, Yeah.
Tragic. But not as long as a moment of silence because he wasn't an innocent man.
Yeah,
Or, like,
very true.
Granted, he did what happened to him is awful, and my prayers go to his family and everything. Yeah, but it's not the same as Dawn. It's not the same as Dawn.
Yeah.
But another thing is the Giants owners will be having Shadur Sanders in for a private workout this Thursday.
He's not going there anyways, so
I don't think so either, but just letting you know what this says.
No, I know. I'm just responding.
Patrick Peterson says he has no regrets after retiring after 13 seasons. He said, I can still play, but I do not want to play. I hate to tell you, but Patrick Peterson, I do not think you can play anymore.
Mm-mm.
I witnessed it with the Steelers. I don't think so.
And that was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or whatever. He stunk.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago. But I mean, there's a reason he didn't play last year. There's definitely a reason no one picked him up.
This is interesting. Raiders Pro Bowl DN Max Crosby becomes Eastern Michigan football assistant general manager.
I saw that.
You're going to see a lot of that happening. I think Steph Curry's with Davidson now.
So what does that entail?
Like they'll help with like NIL recruiting.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like involved with all that, man. So it's smart from the university.
It is smart.
To do that.
100%.
And obviously, like Max Crosby and Steph, they have all this money, so they want to help their alma maters out. So
honestly, their name will probably help their alma mater out more than their money.
And what's his face started the whole thing that Adrian Woj from the St. Bonaventure, he was on ESPN, he was what was he, Schefter's or what's that guy's name? That did all the NBA reporting.
Sean,
yeah, there we go. He left to take that job at St. Bonaventure, and I feel like that kind of set the tone for this. So it's smart.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He has all this money, connections, and Woj comes to your house, man. That's a big deal, for these young guys, and that's not like top tier D1 guys,
Yeah, Woj bomb, formerly known as.
And then he sold his 2 phones that breaking news, like the Luka trade or whatever. He sold the phones that he broke those news off of, and he put that money towards NIL money.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good for him, man. It's sweet.
What idiot would buy that phone?
I don't know why people would really be interested in that phone. I agree with you, Joe. I thought the same thing, but dude, people are weird like that. They like that stuff. So
that's insane.
I wouldn't want it for free. I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of cool, but I ain't giving you $20 for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no way. Well, no, I would give $20 for it.
What are you going to do with it though?
Just sell it for $200. It's a perfectly fine phone.
But if you had to keep it in your household, what would you buy it for? Like you had to keep it, you weren't allowed to sell it.
Just to say oh yeah, you know what this is.
Nobody would care. If I walked in and saw that, I'd be like, cool, man.
All right, guys. Here's one I probably missed is Bears and Kyler Gordon agreed to a 3-year, $40 million extension.
It's the best slot corner in the game, I think.
$31.25 million guaranteed too.
Wow,
good for him. Here's one. Quarterback Kenny Pickett plans to start for the Browns, and he says, I'm not going there to hang out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
How about the Dolphins trying to trade Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Where do you think he's going to go?
Minnesota.
Did it really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Brian
what
Flores?
Is that what people are
That's
saying?
just my guess. That's
Okay.
I'm just entirely guessing.
That's not a bad guess. Flores. Yeah. Was he there? Wait, hold on. Was he there with Flores?
No idea. Probably not. I wouldn't know. He wasn't there with Flores.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Where's he at right now, Ramsey? He's in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't there with Flores. Flores was there 4 years ago or 5 years ago.
Where could he go?
Maybe Bay. Cincinnati.
All right, guys. Yeah. I have two big news articles, actually. Number one, Texans signing Jalen Petrie to a 3-year, $39 million extension. Well deserved. I think he's a stud.
Yeah, he
but
had a good year.
Arguably, probably the biggest news in the past week. Joe Flacco returning to the Browns.
To the Browns, back in the North.
I saw that Pittsburgh talked to him too. I think it was Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and I can't remember the third team, but we definitely talked to him. Apparently, that's what I saw.
I believe it. Yeah, I mean, I was calling for it. I was like,
that makes me think though, Joe. Like that makes me think like, is Rodgers not coming then? Like, why are we talking to Flacco?
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure we did our due diligence with everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you got to keep. You can't just like make someone feel like completely like a second option or third option. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you still got to have them be interested to come here.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. But honestly, I don't know what the hell is, honestly, what's your guys' opinion? I was thinking about this today. What is Rodgers waiting for? What like
before you go on?
It can't be money. It can't be money. Like you can't tell me he's holding out for more money from someone else.
I think he's holding out for a different team. I don't think he wants to be a Steeler, and we're the only ones even slightly interested in him at this point.
Well, then it's been that way for several weeks.
Right. Like, what's he going to do then, bro? Like,
nothing's changed. So,
I guess he can wait mid-year and see if a quarterback goes out for the year or something. He can sign with them.
Nah, dude. He's going
to
want to get in with.
I do think he wants to come here. I personally do think he wants to come here.
I feel like he does too.
I just think he's doing something weird. I don't know what it is.
If he wants to, what's the excuse? Why is it still this long?
Exactly.
Probably on one of his like blackout retreats or something on vacation. He probably doesn't even care about football right now. He's probably on the beach or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I like kind of was like coming around to the idea. I was like, oh yeah, I'd be cool with Aaron Rodgers. At this point, dude, I'll be pissed if we get him. Like, screw that, dude. Like, sign.
I couldn't be more happier if we sign.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I just do it before the draft if you're gonna sign.
Because honestly, before the draft, it's screwing us hard right now.
We'll know by then. We'll know by next Thursday if we have him or not. We will. I'll bet that right now. He won't do that. He won't do that to Pittsburgh. If he's actually planning on signing here, he won't do that to us.
Question though. Didn't you almost guarantee he was going to do it at the big night at?
Apparently he was, but he heard all the rumors and decided not to do it then.
Yeah.
That's what
I would believe that, honestly. Because everyone was expecting it. There were people chanting it there. Like,
here's my thing. When was that? That was almost a week ago now. In a whole week's time, you still couldn't do it yet? What's the point of waiting if that's when you were planning on doing it?
What if he walks out and announces our first round pick?
That'd be cool.
And he goes,
I would love that.
What if he goes with the 21st pick in NFL draft? The Steelers select my new teammate. Like, we don't even know who the Steelers draft. Everyone's just going nuts for Rodgers.
Apparently, I saw I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Skeen said that like Rodgers was actually there.
No, he was talking about Sid. So what happened was, like Pat was talking about, like, you know, you're here with Big Ben, you know, kind of like just talking Ben up, and he goes, yeah, and you know, like Skeens went through his spiel and was like, yeah, you know, there's another winner backstage. And he was talking about Sid, because then Sid, Letang, and Malkin came out right after that.
Here's my thing.
People clipped it and thought that it was.
I agree with that, but the way he phrased it made it seem like he was talking about a football player. And don't you find it weird that he was like, oh, and there's another winner backstage? Why didn't he say winners? He wasn't talking about one person.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steph.
Like, there's 3 guys back there. But, so if he was alluding to that, he could have been like, oh yeah, and there's more winners backstage. Been like, oh, like it seemed like it was one person, and it felt like it was more football focused. Because because if he was
catching with them too.
Yeah, if he was talking about Sid, why would you single him out knowing that all 3 of them are coming on stage? But you just said, oh, and there's another winner back there. Like, he didn't say plural. He said one.
I would have to watch it back again, but I remember thinking in live time initially, right when he said that, I was like, wait a minute. And my like gut reaction, jerk reaction was Rodgers. Yeah. And then you see Sid come out, and then I'm like, oh, another winner. Sid has how many cups? Like,
he said winner, like Steph though. He said winner.
Like, they didn't announce, oh, and here's Sidney Crosby, and then like Malkin and Letang came out,
like,
and he said the way Pat McAfee introduced them, he's like the 3 longest tenning teammates, like Stanley Cup champion, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin,
the conversation was almost maybe not these words exactly, but it was like king of the city, basically. You know what I mean? So like that's what made me feel like he was talking about Sid.
Yeah,
I got to watch it back again and watch the whole thing leading up to that, like that interaction. But I don't know, because I saw the clips, and like the clips, like they make it seem like he's talking about Rodgers. But
yeah,
I don't know for sure.
That's if you guys had one option at quarterback to start the first game of the year next year.
Yeah,
most ideal, realistic situation right now, who would it be?
I mean,
I know what mine would be. Like it could be a rookie, it could be Rudolph, it could be Rodgers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying basically like any quarterback in the league.
No, realistic. Like yeah.
Honestly,
ideal situation.
You can even give me 1 and 2 quarterbacks, like the starter and their backup, whatever.
So for me to start the season next year, I would like it to be Mason Rudolph. And the only reason why is because I would hope that we draft a rookie quarterback and we let him sit for a couple weeks, get his bearings, and then put him in. I don't think if we, no matter what quarterback, I would be fine with Dart or Shedeur if somehow Shedeur fell.
Okay.
I'm not a massive fan of Milroe. I wouldn't mind if we got him, but I think there's a lot more question marks around him, which scares me more. So mainly those two.
Jalen Hurts.
I would say ideally Rodgers at this point. And reason being, Steph. I mean, I do like Dart. I'm not a huge fan of Sanders, like as far like I don't know, but I think next year would be the time to take a quarterback and maybe make a move and trade up. You're going to be in Pittsburgh, go get your guy. Quarterback class next year is like insanely deep. Like I heard something that and this is all speculation, but like none of the potential first round quarterbacks this year would be a first round pick next year.
Cam Ward would be.
I mean, you would think Cam Ward would be, but he wouldn't be like the first or second, third off the board, how they're saying it.
So, Joe, your 1 and 2 would be Rudolph and Rodgers. Rodgers at 1, obviously.
I would say Rodgers ideally, and then Rudolph backing them up. Yeah.
I think mine would be Rodgers and Sanders somehow. That's probably won't happen, but that would be my 1 and 2 for sure. Rudolph at 3.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not opposed to not tanking, but give Rudolph the keys for a year. See what happens. Hey, maybe he turns you into a playoff team. Maybe he can make some noise.
And then get Mr. Arch Manning next year on stage here in Pittsburgh.
I think you got to get as close to the middle of the pack next year as you can. And
I don't think we have
being a wild card team isn't that.
Yeah.
I will say though, Joe. So this is just you said something, and I remembered one of these recent news articles that you had or that I was reading, and you said how it's not a strong draft class. It actually is. This says the Seahawks general manager said,
quarterback-wise.
Yeah. The Seahawks general manager said, I'd be careful when you hear it's not a great draft class, saying like people aren't saying it's good, but there's talent in here.
Yeah, the draft class overall is really good. But
no. I'm saying draft class. I meant quarterbacks. It says on this article, quarterbacks.
I like Quinn Ewers. I still like him.
I don't hate Quinn Ewers, but like he's not like he's going to be a 4th round pick, maybe 3rd round pick. Like he's not a
I will say John Gruden.
Pick.
John Gruden was talking up Will Howard like he was the next greatest quarterback.
Gruden's a nut job.
Dude, he would love it. Like it was like some interview and he was like telling people, he goes, I don't know how you look at a 6'4" guy and blah, blah, this. And he goes, he's the future of this league. I was like, calm down, Gruden. Calm down.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, dude, he's so funny. I sent the video of him talking to Wisconsin's football team to like everyone that I knew that would like it, and everyone's like, "I'm ready to go." Like that was awesome. Like it was crazy because like he just probably just walked in and just started going, and it turned into like an incredible speech.
Yeah.
Should we get this next mock draft going? What do you guys think?
Perfect timing.
45 minutes in.
Perfect timing.
There we go.
I actually totally forgot about that.
You
All right,
forget
what do
about
we
a
got?
lot of things.
I did.
We have the Chargers, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Texans.
Chargers, Packers, Vikings, Texans. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. Steph, just give us the what everyone needs when it comes to their pick.
Gotcha.
If you got it. All right. I know a couple things these guys can use.
Chargers.
One of them being this bad man in the middle here.
Oh wow!
Chargers.
He went 14th in the previous draft.
And the Nick dude went 15th, I think.
I do want to say Steelers traded their first round pick. Just want to point that out.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that.
But
I like it.
Chargers tight end, wide receiver, D line, running back. So I'm fine with Harmon.
I'm fine with Harmon.
Yeah, I think it's a great pick.
All right.
Packers.
Corner, wide receiver, D line,
Barron.
O line.
Barron.
I like Barron. Let's go with me.
They're trading Alexander anyways.
Vikings, corner, O line, linebacker, D line.
Corner, linebacker, O-line, D-line.
Dom, can
I'm
you
good
please
with
stop
any of
tapping?
these three.
What'd you say, Steph?
I said, can you please stop tapping? You're getting nervous and you're doing your taps.
I was playing with this.
I know you did something.
Let's play with my thing. I'm not getting
I'm good with
nervous. What
any
am I
of
getting
these
nervous
three.
for?
You know what? Oh, you don't like Zabel?
I said these three.
Oh, I thought you were going to Nick. Give him Zabel. Give him North Dakota State.
Okay, Gray.
All right.
here we
And
go.
the Texans, O-line, wide receiver, D-line, corner.
Simmons.
O-line, wide receiver, D-line.
Well, what if they went a little Emeka Ibuka?
Dude, they literally can't have another receiver on the roster.
That's one of their top needs. They just lost Diggs.
I know, but they have like
Is Diggs
9,000
playing?
receivers.
But they lost
If-
Diggs.
I understand
Stroud,
that.
back,
But it's not-
but Stroud back with Ibuka, Dom. They want to make Stroud happy.
I'm cool with it.
How many
I'm cool
times
with
do you see NFL quarterbacks teaming up with their college receiver and it's been playing out really good?
I know. I'm just saying. I feel like they have so many receivers on that roster.
Who?
I mean,
Who though?
listen. Dom's not wrong, but Dom, they only have one good receiver right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm
Tank's
saying.
going to be hurt all year, I think.
Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I mean him and Mechie.
I
think
swear they signed like
there's
3
just-
new receivers
They might.
I think they got Justin Watson, honestly.
and like
But-
2
That
others.
sounds right.
But that's not.
I don't think they
gonna
got
be-
anyone exciting though. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I
they
agree
have
with
a
that.
guy
So,
that's gonna
I
play well.
will say this, Steph. I love Ibuka here. I also would like Josh Simmons, so I'm good with either one of those.
Dom seems like he's against the receiver, so I'm fine with it.
No, I'm cool with what you guys decide.
Well, I'm fine with both of them, so it doesn't matter to me.
We want Ibuka. It's more fun.
Yeah,
Texans fans are gonna love it
Stroud's gonna love it.
for sure.
All right, Packers. Who'd we get in the first for them?
We took a corner for him.
Wide receiver, D line, O line, and I think if there's a good receiver out there, you might got to take them.
Wide receiver, D line, O line.
Yeah, it's definitely not Jalen Royals. That
Where's
just
our
sounds.
boy Nick Nash going nowadays?
He's 5th, 6th, maybe undrafted.
Are you serious?
No, I don't know.
I was gonna say that's crazy.
I think we messed up and we
Read
should
that.
have taken first
He's
round receiver.
he's an elite athlete with an undocumented or with a with a documented 4.95 40-yard dash and a 1.72 10-yard split. Numbers that are reaffirmed by his energized athleticism and blocking range on tape. And on top of it all, he has extensive experience at both guard and tackle. So,
Hey Joe, I think we can
a
read.
big need. Well,
Thanks,
I wanted
Joe.
to read
I
it.
mean,
for
it's only highlighted right in front of my face.
Yeah, but what are we going to do? Just sit in silence for our viewers to read it?
I mean, no. I mean, we weren't going to do that.
We're just going to make them read it.
Yeah, take them.
You know, people listen to this show and not just watch it.
Dadgummit.
All right. Steph.
Who'd we take for him last? They need tight end, wide receiver, D-line, running back.
Not D-line.
Okay, so we got D-line.
Tight end,
So
receiver, running back.
yeah, go to tight end, see who's available.
Here's your boy, Steph.
I heard this dude's unbelievable. Steph, I actually heard this dude was the most NFL ready.
I'm not saying Elijah Arroyo is the most NFL ready. I think he's the most athletically gifted.
No, I was just saying, like we both heard, like that. So that goes to show, like
look at Arroyo though. See what they said about him. You don't take him in the second round though.
But that's your boy.
Legitimate top 100 potential. Another explosive athlete. Another one of the most explosive athletes in the tight end class. Yeah, I mean, seems like a freak
athlete. Go to wide receiver or running back for them.
I was gonna say I like Henderson. I like Judkins here. Maybe even
which one? One of them's more of a power guy. Which one's more of like the scat? Is it Henderson?
I think Judkins. So Henderson's more of like he's really good at like catching the ball and running the ball. Judkins is probably, I would say, just he's not a pass catcher really.
Well, then give them Henderson because they have Najee to take the workload. They need a pass catching.
All right.
Judkins is a beast too.
Yeah. Just I don't think he would be a good fit for the Chargers that already have Harris.
Henderson and Najee.
He's a different running back though. No, I didn't like that pick.
Well, speak up, dude. Speak up.
I thought you guys were gonna go Judkins. You guys were just talking about him. Then you just changed it right away.
Oh, dude. So you're fine with a running back though?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. We're just trying to get the right positions for him.
Wait, you Henderson like Judkins better or no?
For the Chargers because they have Najee, yes.
You like Judkins better?
Wait for that offense, yes.
They're the same
player. Chargers. No, they're not. They're not even close to being the same player. Henderson is more of like a bulldozing, powerful back.
No,
Judkins is a dude. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think you have it opposite. I'm not going to.
No, he's not. Judkins is the transfer that came in. He's a pass catcher. I'm telling you.
Henderson comes with a slight edge.
He's a better goal line option.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Steph.
Wait, it says right here. And he's a controlled pass catcher.
He's a
ultra reliable.
He's a bigger body. I'm just telling you what he is. He's a bigger physical body. Judkins is a skinny, quick dude.
Judkins is better or bigger, I mean.
Yeah, Henderson's smaller.
He's the ball. I mean, guys, you guys are gonna make me really mad here in a second.
What do you mean, dude?
He's more of an athlete. He's more of like a typical like Christian McCaffrey type body.
Dude, I think Henderson is. I think you're getting him confused.
Look him up.
Listen, we'll do it after the pod. We don't need to do this.
Because you know I'm right.
No, I know you're wrong. I don't want to embarrass you.
Okay, figure it out. Hey, let's give Houston another receiver while we're at it. Might as well give them 35 receivers.
Dom, name 2 of their receivers besides Nico Collins and Tank Dell.
And
Braxton Berrios, Justin Watson.
Okay.
That's 2.
So the 2 guys.
So you're happy with that?
If they're they
have 90 receivers and Ibaka, whatever.
Who cares?
Umaga, the WWS Umaga. No, they have Umaga. Umaga
with 90 wide receivers. If they're all Braxton Berrios, I'm drafting a receiver in the first round. Okay?
We just drafted Umaga.
Yeah, he'll give the thumb thing right through. R.I.P. Umaga, by the way.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Houston. Let's go wide receiver.
They need O-line.
Yeah, let's go.
They need O-line. I'm telling
you. Where's Nick Nash?
Nick Nash would be like a great wide receiver fit for Dom's team with 9,000 wide receivers. Do the same thing.
Can we please give them an offensive alignment? That's all I ask.
Dude, there's literally no alignment for the next 20 picks.
Who's the top corner available?
Trey Amos. He's a stud.
Give him. Boom.
Look at that. All right, let's look at receivers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, but they got Christian Kirk too.
I forgot about that. But hey, you never know.
Christian Kirk's a great 3.
Yeah, he had a great year last year.
They have about 17 receivers in my point.
None good.
What do you mean none good? Christian Kirk's their 3rd best receiver. He was Pittsburgh's number 1 last year.
Who's their 2nd best?
Tank Dell.
He's not playing, Dom. He's done.
They amputated his leg.
He is coming back.
I don't think he's playing next year.
Dude, Dom, you're like
he got hurt like
Josh
the last
Gordon's
week.
still coming back for the past 8 seasons.
Let me see when he's returning. No, never mind. He's coming back in 2026.
Yeah, well,
Oh, dude.
I mean,
But Christian Kirk, you guys forgot about him. That's my point.
I did, but like
there might be a reason.
yeah.
I just don't want to see another
All right,
receiver.
all right.
being
We're
signed by
back
you.
to the Texans. We're back to the Texans. O-line,
Cam Thomas.
D-line. Yeah.
D-line Alfred Collins.
Man, he dropped.
No, give him. Yeah, no. Alfred Collins would be a great fit from a Texas to Texans. Keep him in state.
So is Williams.
Yeah, but it's a great story for Collins.
I'm cool with Collins.
All right,
What
who
about
all did we
here,
take for the
Steph?
Chargers again? All right, now hey,
Henderson.
go check out the tight end position.
Here he is, Steph. And there he is.
It's easy as pie.
That was the easiest pick ever.
Green Bay. I feel at this point it's insulting if we try and get him a receiver, so we just ditch the receiver position.
Well, see who's there. Is Nick Nash there?
No. Corner, wide receiver, D-line, O-line, and we got them a corner and O-line.
There he is. Yes.
What about D-line?
all the way down the list.
Man, he
They
is
need an
dropping.
edge.
Joe, give him Tennessee D tackle.
What's his name?
Omar Norman Lott.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dude, how many picks do the Texans have?
Oh, Houston, dude.
All right, let's go Cameron Williams.
Give them both?
What do you mean?
I'm cool with it.
Oh, okay. Oh, tackle. My screen, I read it as D. Yeah,
Thank you.
keep them.
Pay attention, please, Steph. Thanks.
Watch your mouth.
Thank you.
Wait, I
All
forgot
right.
we had the Vikings. All right, what are the Vikings needs again?
D and Snuts.
Corner, O-line, linebacker, D-line. We got it.
Get Walker from Kentucky.
Dion. He's a beast. He's not an every down guy.
He's 6'7".
Yeah.
Oh,
Huge.
What corners are available still?
Literally massive.
Is there like a Denzel Burke lurking around, or
Nah, he went last.
Hmm.
Like Kobe
Ooh,
Bryant. I
listen.
like this guy.
what about Will Howard?
No, they have McCarthy.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah,
safe
so
a
why
little
would
bit.
they take another quarterback? They haven't
You
seen
never
him play.
know, man. You never
I
know.
ain't seeing it.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it
What?
because this is only their second pick of the draft.
Yeah, it's true.
If they
I
had
think
like
it's
a
like a
couple,
Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi situation.
Yeah.
or you know what, you say Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, but you completely forget about the Drake May, Joe Milton.
Wow.
I mean, Patriots are notorious for doing that. Then, hey, they've done it before with Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez, same draft class. They like
What about,
competition out of young guys.
what about Kenny Pickett and that dude from where is he from? South Dakota State or
Wait,
whatever.
Steph, we're talking about the Vikings, though.
Well, yeah, but you're saying take two quarterbacks. Then you just said,
Yeah.
said that Mac Jones.
Okay.
and that.
I thought you were
That's what
like
I was just saying,
talking
like-
up the Patriots as
No,
if
no,
the
no.
Vikings might do it.
No, I was like, it's not a crazy thing. Like,
Yeah, Steph, Oladukin or Dom. Oladukin.
Yeah. There we go.
Thank you.
we could forget about that one.
Should we just go Dion Walker?
Seriously.
Yeah, send it.
He's a freak show.
I'll be honest. Well, Joe, let's check
Jackson Dart. We got Jackson Dart. Like, go back to that, man.
Let's check
you're
this
good,
out.
you're good.
First of all, Texans.
Dude, we fixed them. We fixed them.
Big time.
You can't show me a better draft.
And for drafting at 25th and getting all that, woo!
That's a good draft.
You know, this right here just feels like a Green Bay draft. All their fans are pissed we didn't get him a first round receiver. All's right in the world.
Yeah, but Barron's a
this
dog.
One, I love this guy.
Should be Judkins. That's okay.
And then Arroyo, we love too. That's an electric draft for the Bolts, man.
Besides for Judkins. Judkins, thank you, Judkins.
Yeah, they wanted a pass catcher though out of trade.
Are you, Dom? How positive are you about this,
dude?
Look at their Steph. Hold them up.
I'm trying to
search each one's name and tell me what you think.
Hold on, wait. Let's not neglect the Vikings first. Let's do. Hold on.
Yeah,
Gray Zabel, stud. Deion Walker, another freak show. He's like a Jordan Davis.
They need it beefed up on the line.
Correct.
In the game of the trenches.
All right, so Henderson, just looking at him, he ran a 4.43 with a 1.52 10-yard split.
Thank you. They were both around the same 40, I think.
And
that's what Judkins looks like.
Judkins with a 4.48, 1.51 split, same thing. But Judkins is bigger.
Look at their look them both up, please.
Actually,
just look them
NFL Combine, it has Judkins at 6 foot. And it has Henderson as 5'10.
Yeah, but Judkins is more of a athlete. More of a guy that get loose in the open field.
This right here is the exact reason why you're wrong for NFL Next Gen stats score breakdown.
Scats.
Athleticism score, Henderson ranked 1 in the 2025 Combine for running backs.
I'm talking about in the open field.
It's saying Henderson.
I'm taking Judkins in the open field. That's my argument. A guy that can get loose, break one for 60. I'm taking Judkins. That is
Henderson's faster.
He might be faster. There's a lot of guys that are faster, but don't have that next burst.
So he's faster, a better pass catcher, more athletic, but
smaller.
I disagree.
Judkins is
same size as McCaffrey.
Yeah,
I disagree.
With what?
I think he's a better guy from Najee Harris. You know.
Wait. Time out. Here's this one. It says Henderson is known for his explosive speed and agility, making him a game breaker with the ability to turn short gains into big plays. He is also an elite pass blocker and has not fumbled in 3 years. Judkins, on the other hand, is more suited for a traditional running back role, excelling between the tackles as a reliable short yard back. I mean,
I disagree with it. I disagree with it. I watched Ohio State games all year. That's my opinion. I can have my own opinion.
He could disagree.
That's fine.
100%.
Wait, but yeah, let's see what the Steelers did, because we moved down, so we had to add another pick. Yeah, but we had to have something else too.
Well, hold on, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Genty at 9.
Shadur to the Colts at 14.
Oh, hey, we said that too. We said maybe the Colts would take him. I don't know if they will, though.
Yeah,
they need other positions right now.
I feel like it's hard to give up on Richardson so soon.
I don't know, dude. I think I kind of get the feeling that he's.
Yeah, but you still have so much capital in him, and his rookie year he played good and got hurt. So it's like, do you give up on him?
He ran good.
Still, but do you give up on him that soon?
I don't know. I don't know that that's.
Oh wait, look, Judkins to the Steelers.
Yeah,
there you go, Dom. Yeah, we got the more athletic back. You said you wanted breakaway speed, long runs.
We got.
We got him.
Thank God.
Look, Milrow again.
Wait, that's crazy. Kenneth Grant, 52 to Seahawks.
That's not happening. He might be first round. He should be probably first round.
All right, let's check out third. Chris Paul Jr.
We got him last time, Joe. Remember?
Yeah.
We're
Or-
saying
or-
it's Chris
That's not
Paul's
going to
son.
happen.
I thought he
it
played
is.
basketball.
That's his son. His dad.
That's his son. Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it actually like his real son?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No, it is.
Dom, can you pronounce me the guy's name at pick 74?
Princely Uman Milan.
Okay.
Uman Milan.
Umanelan.
Uman Milan.
I
Got
can't
Lath and
pronounce
Ransom. Mail Munden.
it. Gunner
What about
Helm.
this one? Steph, can you give me this one?
Ah, dude.
Dude, that's so easy.
Oluwafemi Oladeja.
Wow, that was actually pretty good.
Damn.
Oluwafemi
Dude.
Oladejo.
I was about to say it, and I had connection problems.
Connection.
with
Yeah,
how
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
pronounced it.
Well,
right.
that's weird that you say that because I saw your mic went mute.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because connection problems.
Try it again.
That's easy. It's you said number 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he went mute.
like
See, he's on mute.
Is he though? I think his
Yeah.
connection's actually going out though,
No, he
man.
went on mute. I mean, I hope he's trying to say Oluwafemi Oladejo, but I don't know what's going on.
I
say
guys,
that
every
so
time I
well.
try and say his name, it lags me out. So I'm not gonna do it again.
Can you give me this one at least before the connection cuts?
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Trapilo.
Thank you.
It's like Triolo. But all right, guys, that's 7 drafts. We've been going for an hour. Crazy. Time flying. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the big night at too, but I feel like we're coming up on time. I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
You went. Maybe
It-
just a quick summary. I would like to hear both of you what you thought of the whole event and then what your favorite part of it was. Because you both,
Okay.
I got to sit here and watch from home.
So, I mean, I'll go first because I'm really excited about it. But I just think there's nothing I've ever been to or heard about. Like, there's nothing like it. It was the first of its kind. That being said, I'm not sure like if it would be as popular or as good in another city because like you know Pittsburgh people like they're a good crowd. Like like I feel like any type of Pittsburgh event, sporting event, concerts, anything really, it's a good crowd. Like they're engaged. So I think it just worked, and it really hit because Pat's from Pittsburgh, obviously giving out a shit ton of money. It's a cool concept, and I just think Pat's a really good dude, really good guy to represent Pittsburgh. But I'm interested to see if he does any more of them. But if it ever comes back to Pittsburgh, I'm definitely going to try and go again.
So, what was your favorite part?
Favorite part.
Why don't you tell him about the Plinko part that freaking happened to me?
Yeah,
You'll have your turn.
What a
Tom.
joke.
it was. I don't know. I don't think I have like one like thing in particular.
The sumo wrestling.
Yeah, like it was all cool. I liked it all. It was awesome. And like Wiz and Snoop performing, Jelly Roll, like everything was pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Gillis too, and then obviously Ben, Skeen, Sid, Latang, Malkin, all that shit's cool too. So,
Yeah.
but one thing, so the 2 million, we were in the lower bowl, which got picked, and we were in section 105. So we had 2 spots, two slots for the Plinko puck, and the section that ended up winning was 103, 2 sections over, but we were right next to each other on the Plinko board. This thing's coming down, doing its thing. It's getting closer, and it's like right in between them, and it's just going back and forth. And like I swear, there was like one more nail, hit the nail, and I felt like it sat there for 5 minutes, and then it just rolled into the 3, and then it ended up being row N, seat 3, which would have been my brother in right next to me if it
would have
was
landed in your
105.
guys' 105.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Would have split the pot there too.
yeah. We went with his father-in-law and his father-in-law's brother. We all had a handshake agreement We'll split it
Four-way
4
split
ways,
or
whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Smart.
we did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dom,
Good time.
let's hear what you got.
So listen, Pat McAfee was unbelievable. I had a great time. Great show, like Joe said. I did have a bad experience though. Just one part only. That's all it was. Everything else was great. So like Joe was saying with the whole Plinko thing, okay. My section won. Okay. My whole section started standing up. We started celebrating. Okay. But during the dropping of the Plinko, whatever you want to call it, the thing got stuck midway. Okay. So there was like a 5-second pause. Okay. So the Penguin mascot who was out there,
Iceberg. Come on, dude. The
or
Penguin
Iceberg,
mascot.
whatever the hell was his name.
Come on
is, I don't
now.
know.
Wow.
He goes over there and like pushes it up, so continues to fall down. Right. That's when it landed on our section. But for some odd reason, I don't know what happened, but because it got stuck, they had to re-roll. Okay. So I had like a 1 in. How many? I don't know how many rows are on. That section. Probably like 20 some.
20.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, it was
20, whatever it was. But I had a chance to win I think it was 100,000, 200,000, whatever it was at the time. And, unfortunately, we didn't have that opportunity. But other than that, the show was great. Like Joe said, Jelly Roll, Shane Gillis, Skeens, Crosby,
Wiz,
Malkin, The Tang, Wiz, Snoop Dogg. It was an awesome show. I would go there next week.
Hiroki.
Yep. I would do it again next week.
Shout out Ichi.
Fuck.
Ichi.
Shout 'em out.
Ichi.
We had Hiroki, didn't we?
I had Ichi.
My favorite part
I had
was
Hiroki.
could you guys hear Gillis that good?
Yeah.
No,
Because
I didn't hear him at all.
I was gonna say when on YouTube you heard him crystal clear, but he kept saying he goes, I don't think they can hear me. So I'm guessing he couldn't hear himself. And it was so funny because out of nowhere he just sit there and he goes, oh shit, Ichi just ate a handful of salt.
I didn't hear him at all.
Yeah.
I heard him maybe
Really?
one time, very faintly. Yeah, I didn't hear him at all.
I was gonna say because I know a lot of the crowd it must have not been working because he said that a few times. He's sitting there. He goes, I don't know what to do. They can't hear me anyways.
Yeah, me and my dad and my brothers looked at each other like we couldn't hear him at all.
Damn.
So it might have been certain sections just weren't getting the audio from his mic.
Yeah.
But the one thing I found really cool about the event, maybe just to kind of wrap this up, is I could be wrong. I didn't buy tickets. You guys let me know. Did you know of anything that was happening before you went besides this is the Pat McAfee event he's putting on? That's what I think is so cool is it kind of shows how much also Pittsburgh does support people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is all you knew is Pat McAfee was coming here. Everything else, you have no idea. You're going to go see Pat McAfee, sellout crowd on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
And it turned out how sick, all the people that performed, just all the stars that were there and stuff. But it's it's crazy because that's not why people went. They went for McAfee and he gave them that much. So it was cool.
It was cool. And he even said that too, Steph. He goes, I always know, Pittsburgh puts on for Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And, thank Pittsburgh for that basically. But yeah, it was super cool. Super cool. And Michael Cole, the WWE announcer,
Michael Cole.
He was no one else can do this. You sold out an entire arena just by announcing that you're having a show without any context, any guest list, anything that's something to be considered too. And that is pretty impressive.
It's insane, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, it was a spectacle for sure. It was cool.
Yeah. But all right, guys, with that, we got one more episode until big draft time. Try and do something special for you guys there. But till then, comment, subscribe, turn on push notifications, check out all of our other social media platforms, and we'll see you guys next week. We're out here. Peace.
Peace.